Good afternoon. I'm Wade Johnson in New York. We're coming back on the air with major developments in Georgia's election interference case against Donald Trump and 14 co-defendants. Just hours ago, Judge Scott McAfee ruled Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis can remain on the case. We have now learned that Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade has resigned. The defense accused DA Willis of misconduct over her romantic relationship with Wade, claiming she benefited financially by hiring him. Judge Scott McAfee releasing his much-anticipated decision with two options, saying that Fani Willis can choose to step aside with her entire team, or Nathan Wade can withdraw from the case. Wade, as we just mentioned, has resigned. He is now out. So let's bring in ABC News executive editorial producer John Santucci. John, you saw this statement coming out. What does this mean for the case going forward?
What it means, Whit, is basically they had two options. Option one was for Nathan Wade to go or DA Willis to go, and the option was made by the office. The letter that Wade writes to Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis says that pursuant to the order, I am resigning effective immediately. He goes on to say in this letter that I am proud of the work that we have accomplished in investigating and litigating the case, and of course saying he hopes the case goes forward. And that is exactly, Whit, what will happen now, because as the judge outlined in this rather lengthy ruling that came out first thing this morning, it was basically one of those two options. If Wade resigned, the office could carry on. If he did not step aside and DA Willis did, it would throw the whole case into limbo, which is exactly what Donald Trump and the other co-defendants wanted here, Whit, as you well know, delay this thing and make it go away. But now that Wade steps aside, they can keep going on. And remember, the DA has proposed a trial date for August. Curious to see what the judge does here.
Yeah, and as we heard from the judge in the ruling earlier, he laid out what was the appearance of impropriety as opposed to actual evidence of misconduct. So that's something that the district attorney had to make this decision, or it was Nathan Wade himself who ultimately made the decision to resign. Let's bring in Olivia Rubin, our investigative reporter. Olivia, I know you've been following this closely. So can we look at this timeline now? If Nathan Wade steps aside, another prosecutor needs to be brought in. We know that there are other prosecutors who've been working the case, but how could that result in any potential delay to the timeline here?
Quite frankly, Whit, I don't think there's going to be much of a delay because of Nathan Wade stepping down. Fani Willis has a team that has been working on this case for years. That team is extremely determined to go to trial, and she even mentioned that in the letter that ABC also has of her accepting Nathan Wade's resignation. She hinted at a trial. She said it will be Fulton County residents and jurors who will decide justice in this case. So clearly a sense of determination from Fani Willis moving forward. And I expect she will try to uphold that August 5th trial date that she has recommended for the judge. So it's off to the races now, and we will see exactly what the timing on this is, barring, of course, any successful appeal efforts from Trump or his other defendants.
Once again, DA Fani Willis stays on. Prosecutor Nathan Wade is out. Olivia Rubin, John Santucci.